Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another brand new episode of the Team GOWGO Wrestling. That's Geek Out with Games Out Wrestling Podcast. We are back in full effect, ready to bring you one of the most exciting episodes ever. I am one of your hosts, Blitzball Champ, and on the other line we have Hollywood Cinema. Say what's up.
What's up? I'm so exciting.
Makes you want to do cartwheels and backflips and barrel
Nope.
rolls.
Not even a little bit. Nope. I don't do none of that. Ain't never. Ain't gonna never.
It's because you can't.
Exactly. Why would? That's not a surprise to anybody. Are you trying to make that as like a big announcement?
Why?
Ooh, I can't do barrel rolls and flips. Oh, the world will never know.
Well, at least you were honest. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm rocking my Motor City Machine Guns 313
Is you?
shirt. In honor of Alex Shelley, who just recently retired.
Oh, Jason's sad.
Well, of course I'm sad. They're my favorite tag team of all time. Of course I'm going to be
I
sad.
know. I was just commenting on. What are you talking about? What are you?
Shoo. Are you
so defensive about your boy retiring.
Hey,
Calm down.
I hold them true to my heart.
I can tell. And in the palm of your hand. Ha 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 ha.
Hey.
That's a joke because I know them. Ha ha ha.
I know them too.
Machine. Mother effer. If they're your favorite, I would think so.
Shoo. I got connections. You don't got nothing like that.
I don't want any connections. They're not my favorite. They're cool. I liked them when they were in TNA, but I don't really care.
Shoo. Is Blitzball Champ going to have to choke a Hollywood Cinema on
You ain't
live?
gonna choke shit.
Hey.
You ain't gonna choke shit.
You better behave.
No, you behave.
Hey, we trying to run a show here.
Yeah. How about you get to it and shut up about your motor machine guns in the city.
You gonna mess around and you're gonna need an orthopedic surgeon next week to remove my foot out your
in the
after
city.
I beat you.
Machine guns in the city. The gun problem out there. We don't need to be promoting that. You know what I'm saying?
So, kicking things off quite on fire.
Motor gunish.
We got a lot.
Talk about it.
We got a lot to talk about, bro. So after Wednesday night, the first round of the Mae Young Classic has been complete. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the last four matches of the first round, and then go into my picks for the second round. So the last four matches. First off, we had Lady Godzilla, Hiroyo Matsumoto, face off against Rachel Evers. To be honest with you, I thought this was the match of the night.
So good.
Very
match
hard.
of the round.
Yeah. You felt it was the match of the round?
Oh yeah, it was good. I'm not even big Ellering. I'm not a big Ellering fan. I think she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sequence at the beginning. I was like, oh, I was like, you have not gotten that much better. But then towards the end of it, I was like, oh, all right, yep, I get it now.
Well, in her defense, I've seen her, a couple of times live now ever since, Raleigh Supercon. I mean, she's definitely done a lot and has improved. I mean, she's wrestled, here. She's wrestled in Japan. So, I mean, I feel like she's moving up. I just feel like she's got to get more exposure. And I think once she gets more exposure, which, WWE, isn't a bad place for that. It's just nowadays, it feels like WWE is getting overloaded with women. But I mean, it may be a blessing in disguise. So, I mean,
yeah, she's not signed, so
she's not signed, but deep down in my heart, I don't think this is the last time we'll see her.
Oh, definitely not. She's not 100% ready yet, but She's very close. That match was very good. It was a nice kind of showcase match for her. More so than even what she did in the last round. To be honest with you,
Even though in
she got
last year
farther.
she yeah
It's just this match was better than all of her all but one match in her run last year.
got a freaking fly in here. It's chilling out. I caught one not too long ago, and it's right now. It's in my candle holder with my mail on top of the candle to keep it from getting out. But I thought this was definitely the match of the night. Hiroyo Matsumoto did what I expected her to do. It was a hard hitting match both ways. Both ladies got in some good offense, but at the end of the day, Matsumoto got the best of Rachel Evers, hit the rock drop, and got the victory. I was very happy to see in her post match interview, she spoke English um, the whole time, even though Funaki was the translator of the questions to her, but she responded in English. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, it's good to see Hiroyo Matsumoto and Rachel Evers really have a great match, very hard hitting, and I enjoyed it. It was a great way to kick off the show.
Yes, it was.
Next up, we had Tainara Conti against Jesse Elabon. Okay, now I'll admit I uh, I was probably really dumb and had water on the brain for thinking that Jesse Elabon was gonna win, but
Yeah, that's why I laughed at you when you said that shit.
but I mean,
That was
dude,
ridiculous.
I mean,
And the
both.
Conti and she's like kind of doofy.
But that's the thing. Like that was why I felt like there was a slight chance that some way, somehow, with her doofiness, she was going to pull off the victory. I didn't think she was going to go far, but dang, dude. I mean, we know both ladies are signed, and it's like,
Conti, yeah, she should have always been set up to go farther than old girl.
not to mention, it seems like the taller ladies are getting defeated. I mean, she got defeated. Vanessa Craven got defeated. It's like, dang.
But also, her skill is not even like she may be taller, but her skill is not even close to Conti's. Just on a legit level.
Well, I mean, Conti's got the martial arts background, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. What the hell were you thinking?
I, it was a gimmick thing. It was a gimmick thing. I just felt like with how her promos were and the fact that you know what I mean. It's like how can I put this? It's like she was the Santino Morella of the Mae Young Classic, and Santino Morella. I mean, what happened? Won the Intercontinental Championship on his first match.
Yeah, but still, he was actually like
But he was a better wrestler, I guess you could say.
yeah, he not yes, he definitely was.
But I mean, yeah.
Look at the match, like come on.
But you know what I mean, though. Ultimately, you know what I'm getting at. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of dumb to think that Jesse Alban was gonna win. I mean, yep. Tainara Conti was, for the most part, was in control of this match. I was happy to see that she actually did a pretty legitimate finisher and not the botch crap she did against Vanessa Bourne. So that was positive. Showed a whole lot of emotion afterwards.
That was
So it's looking like she may get a little push. Now that she's back in this tournament, and now we're getting to see more of her because we did not really see hardly any of her throughout NXT. And like you said, she's signed, so
yeah, she jack shit.
so hopefully this will be the wake up call to production and be like, hey, get this girl some TV time.
Yeah, maybe.
But as far as the match itself, I mean, wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was whatever. It had the usual "Are you crazy?" part. I like when she does that.
Yeah,
It should lead up to a finisher. It should not lead up to more match.
true. That's
That,
it's a fair point.
just to do that and then just continue to have match stuff is like what?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Like you just like, are you crazy? No, I'm not. I'm going to kick your ass. Apparently, because you can't stop me after getting all pissy because I hit you in the face.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it after like a close pinfall or something, but not just like getting hit in the face at the beginning of a match. What the hell?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, hey, Jesse's from planet Earth. You never know, you know. Yeah, it's doofy. It's
Yeah,
doofy.
it's not going far at all.
But she is signed, so who
Yeah.
knows? Like
She's going to change, or she is going to do literally nothing.
oh, you think she's gonna
Oh, if
change the gimmick?
she's going to have to, because she is going to do nothing as that character, and you do not both know that.
I
That character
mean,
goes nowhere. That character literally does not. If it leaves NXT, it's over. Look at Bailey. Bailey's one of the most over women in NXT.
right?
They poured cold water and cement.
But she did have a main title run though, so I mean, there
Yeah,
was at least
and it
that.
is so forgettable. It feels like it was like, oh, here you go, Bailey. Since you're here and Sasha's hurt or whatever, let's not.
Well, when you have her and Sasha and Charlotte going back and forth trading
I know.
championships, I
That's
mean,
all you had too. It was gross. Super boring.
so I mean, yeah. Next, we had Nicole Matthews versus Isla Dawn, with Nicole Matthews getting the submission victory. Um, this match, I originally picked Isla Dawn, but I wasn't really too sure what to expect out of this match. I'm not that crazy familiar with both of these ladies, so I really did my best to keep an open mind. But I mean, it was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it would look very violent for sure.
Yeah, Nicole Matthews kind of has that vi-
Rough
that
style.
that like put a smile on your face sort of vicious kind of style. She's kind of like crazy Mickey James a little bit, but not like
Crazy Mickey James.
fully absorbed in it, if you know what I mean. Um, but I mean, for the most part,
So
both ladies were showcased pretty well. But ultimately, Nicole Matthews got the victory. Um, I think is that the only submission victory we got in the first round?
I think so. She
That
did
might
the
have.
actual to the lion tamer.
Oh no.
Bullshit.
The second one, because Deanna
Oh yeah.
Perrazzo. Yeah,
Yes. Lion tamer.
yeah, and of course, I guess you could say paying homage to Chris Jericho, because I mean both are Canadian.
Oh, Canada. Blah
But
blah 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 blah.
um, and then last but not least, of course, we had Io Shirai, the genius of the sky, face off against the daughter of Robbie Brookside, Zaya
Ooh,
Brookside.
that shit was rough. It was great, Matt. It was great, but ooh, when she landed on her on that damn moonsault. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that did
Also,
not.
I thought it was way too quick.
It was, but she shouldn't. I mean, yeah, she kind of should have been.
I
They are playing up EO as the next coming dog.
see. Okay, don't get me wrong. I have mixed feelings about this.
This is Oscar all over again.
One, hey, finally the debut of Io Shirai. Was excited about that. She had the ring entrance, had the mask. It was great. It was awesome. She showcased her ability, flipping out of a head scissors, smile on her face the whole entire time,
Yeah.
which is just like her, in Japan. My thing was, because she was going up against Zaya Brookside, I really felt like they should, even though this was the first round, I really felt like they should have made her work for it a little bit more and
I
really.
mean, not against her. That girl, I don't know how long she's been doing it, but probably maybe a year.
Well, she's the youngest of the
Yeah,
entire group. She's
19.
19.
Yeah, I just don't. She shouldn't be the one that give her like a unless they're about to sign that little girl. She don't need to be doing that. Like it makes EO look her signing not look as important if she's having a hard time getting some no name 19-year old.
Well, the
You
thing,
know,
well,
that's kind of where you kind of messed that up
well, I mean,
real
look,
quick.
well, I mean, look at how the match started off. Zaya Brookside just started off, just rushing at
She
her,
tried,
attacking her, and of
and that
course,
actually works. That was perfect. I wanted that. I was like, oh shit, like
yeah,
she wants this, and then she got her ass whipped as she should have.
yeah, and then Io flipped out of the head scissors attempt, and from there on, it was just, she did have a little bit more offense before the end of the match, but then just once after she got hit with that corner knees meteora, that first one,
Woo!
I was like, oh jeez, this
Yeah,
is,
that
yeah,
second nasty.
yeah. And it just sucks too because her father was watching ringside, or not ringside,
Oh,
but
I mean, he was
front
in the
row.
corner.
Yeah,
He was, man, when he's like the one like there was like, oh, I was like, oh god.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just
like
like, I
basically
mean,
on her knees, right on her like right side. Oh, I was like, that shit had to hurt.
yeah,
She kind of botched it a little bit, but I was like, whew, that shit like that. Oof. I was like, when she started grabbing her ribs, I was like, yep, she fucked her up.
wait, are you talking
But
about on the meteor or on the
no,
moonsault?
it's on the moonsault. The
Oh, on the
moonsault
moonsault.
was rough because that moonsault did not clear all the way, and her knees landed right on that girl's right side and arm,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh, that's not good.
I think it's because Io got a little bit more distance on how far she flew back instead of more hang time.
Yeah,
But I mean,
she should have been a little bit. If she could have gone a little bit farther, that
yeah,
could that could have helped her a lot, or brought that girl closer because she took her too far.
yeah. But I don't know, just the way it looked just made it seem like Io Shirai just made it way too easy. I mean, she was smiling while she had her in the freaking crossface, for crying out loud. Like,
Yeah, that's that. The smiling thing is going to make all those matches look like that if that's what she's going to be doing the whole time. Because that makes it look easy. I
yeah,
mean, she even shook her jaw and stuff like that, and that was kind of nice. I was like, okay, that's nice. You gave her something. Like, oh, this girl hits hard. But yeah, fuck that.
would you say that it's sort of kind of similar to Asuka's debut
Oh,
against Dana
absolutely,
Brooke?
absolutely. But since Zaya wasn't a bad guy at the time, because Dana Brooke was a bad guy, it's a little bit
True.
different. It feels a little different, and you can play it a little differently.
Yeah, looking at this match, pretty much both ladies were faces. It's just a matter of Io Shirai is a worldwide icon, therefore her stock by default is gonna start high. And I guess as you were saying, as to why it was so quick, which it is what it is. It makes sense, and as you said, keeping Io Shirai strong. Um, I do hope, for the sake of the fact that because you know Zaya Brookside has that advantage having a father that's a WWE trainer. Um, I don't know if she is signed, but if she is signed,
I hope she signed. She was good.
yeah, she did well. But I think like you said,
She was
just the
crisp.
experience and
Yeah, it'll
just
help. She'd be a good jobber for NXT. Like NXT always needs like kind of like shit. That's how Alexa Bliss got started
true.
as being the bubbly pixie chick. Like you need to do that. Like get that in there. Like Alexa Bliss transitioned herself from that after getting her septum broken by Sasha Banks during the match.
Yeah, but at least when she started out, after a few wave of matches, it didn't take too long for her to get her first title shot. So that was pretty neat.
Uh, Alexa Bliss is a homegrown. They can position her as a new homegrown. I mean, shit. That's how they got Charlotte. That's how they got Paige. I mean, they do this all the time. It is their bread and butter now.
Yeah.
And that's your next generation after Charlotte is too old. You can get her in there before Charlotte gets too old and can like get a little rub off of. It's so easy.
Yeah. And of course, she had her interview, which she, spoke a little more Japanese than Hiroyo Matsumoto. But ultimately, I could see why they saved her for last, as far
Oh yeah.
as showing this. But, all right. So the first round is in the books. Now, you were saying that you felt that Rachel Evers Hiroyo Matsumoto was match of the round.
Oh yeah. That
To
that last those last that last few sequences after the beginning after the little filling out process. Woo, that shit was good.
okay, me personally, there were there were
Shiraz is a close second to me. She's a very close second. That match is a close second just from the sheer just like okay, I buy this shit. Like I buy what you're selling right now. You know.
so for me there were okay, it's a three-way tie for me. There's three that come to mind. It's hard for me to pick a number one, but there's three that come to mind. Meiko Satomura versus Killer Kelly.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I really
Really.
I really felt like that match really kind of helped Killer Kelly, because of the fact that she took on a legend like Meiko Satomura and actually, put up a good fight. Um, the other one was Jinne versus Tony Storm.
Janae.
I thought
Said it like
Jenna, I
that.
love you,
Janae.
Jenna. Why don't you love me back, Jenna? I thought that was a very great match because I was very impressed. Haven't seen this was the first time saw Jenny in action. I was very impressed, and the fact that I already know that they're pushing Tony Storm.
You know it.
It it was a great match. They worked really well together, and yeah, I was really digging that. And Rachel Evers, Hiroyo Matsumoto. Not to take anything away from Io Shirai Zaya Brookside, just if it would have been longer.
I
If
didn't need that to be any longer. I love me a good squash, and that wasn't even that was a squash, but it was like the nicest squash I've ever seen.
right, yeah, that makes sense when you think about when you put it that way. That does kind of make sense because it's not like Zaya Brookside didn't have zero
No,
offense.
she did something. She did some stuff. She just could not handle none of what fucking Eels had for her. Which
Yeah,
was a nice way of doing it because they could have killed her instantly.
that's
But
true.
she came out. She came out of the gate and showed that she had some spunk, and
Yeah.
then she got wrecked.
All right, let's switch gears. Worst match.
I didn't like old girl, or whatever her name was. I like her.
Xerxes. Xerxes versus Ariel Monroe.
Yeah, I didn't like that one so much. I liked the "Don't touch my hair or I'll pop you" or whatever the heck that. But other than that, that match was garbage. Other than that, the match was horrible.
uh,
Definitely my least favorite.
um, me personally, what I thought the worst one was, I just Casey Catanzaro versus Reina Gonzalez. I mean,
Yeah, that wasn't great.
it
That actually that's a tie for me. I don't like that
it just felt way too. One, it felt way too one sided, and two, it's like I felt like it was more so showcasing the ability as as the number one, first woman to win Ninja Warrior than actually wrestling, if that makes any sense. So, I don't know, just I don't believe the hype. There were some good things from her in that, but just I don't know. The match was very one-sided and it just yeah. So that's probably out the one that I'd have to say is my least favorite. But okay, round two. First, Mako Satomura versus Mercedes Martinez. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably the most difficult one for me to pick. Now, originally, I picked Mercedes Martinez as being one of the potential three to make it to the finals.
Yes, you did.
My whole thing is there's so many pros and cons to this matchup. One is do they book Mercedes Martinez to defeat the legend Mako Satomura? Not saying that Mako Satomura, can or can't make it to the finals, but I just don't see her making it to the finals. Now it's just a matter of who dethrones her. And I feel like Mercedes Martinez, on paper, would be a good candidate.
She should be the one to do it.
She's got the crowd behind her, especially, from the showing that she had, making it to the semifinals in the first Mae Young Classic and losing to Shayna Baszler. I feel
Yeah.
like this could possibly be the match of the second round. But I'm going to stay true to my pick and go Mercedes Martinez will dethrone the legend Mako Satomura.
Good deal. Sure, you don't want to change it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm going to stick with it.
Gotcha.
Lacey Lane versus Tainara Conti. This one this one's another tough one because
Okay, remind me who Lacey Lane is. I can't remember who she is now.
the ninja girl with the long dreads.
Oh, she did. She did.
What?
No, I'm joking. I don't know. I don't remember.
Here's the thing. Both are definitely being pushed. It's just a matter
She
of
definitely should.
it's just a matter of
She is likely to.
I just feel like do they want to continue to showcase Lacey Lane in this tournament? Because I mean, we know well they're both
I don't think
signed,
she's
right?
ready for that. Yeah. Conti is definitely signed, and I'm pretty sure the Ninja Warrior girl signed.
So
I don't think old girl's ready, so she needs to sit down.
you don't think Lacey Lane's ready?
That man's trash. And to be honest with you, I don't expect this next one to be good either, because Conti ain't really put on a bunch of barn burners. I expect this to be one of the worst ones.
You know
Neither one
what?
of these do great
You know what?
at this point.
I'm gonna go Lacey Lane. Some way, somehow,
Crap shoot either way.
I'm gonna go Lacey Lane. I just feel like, Tainara Conti has got her one victory in, and I think that's where it ends for her. So, picking Lacey Lane over Tainara Conti. Toni Storm versus Hiroyo Matsumoto. Now, I feel like this definitely has great potential to be a great match, but Toni Storm is hot, and as much as I do enjoy Hiroyo Matsumoto, I'm picking Toni Storm to win this match, mainly because I believe that Toni Storm has one of the top chances to make it to the finals.
Don't say it now.
Yes. I mean, it'll be a great match. I think these two will definitely put on a great show, but I think this is where Matsumoto's journey of destruction will end. But I did like how she hinted in her interview about after all this is over, and if she wins next NXT, so maybe sign Hiroyo Matsumoto.
Oh, no.
It'd be great, but it probably wouldn't be great.
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean another Japanese woman. I mean mean, they already
There's
have.
a lot of white. There's a lot of black ones. What's another Asian one?
So we have. So we know we have Kairi Sane, Asuka, Io Shirai. We have the Chinese Xia Li. I think that's all the Asian ladies. I don't know. Maybe they could fit Hiroyo Matsumoto. Maybe she could be a Japanese heel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't.
Lady Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Um,
I actually like Lady Godzilla. She's fun.
yeah. Um, but yeah, Tony Storm defeats her in the second round. Mia Yim versus
Safe assumption.
Mia Yim versus Caitlyn. This one's tough.
The Instagram thirst pot.
Um,
Boy, thirst pot, thirst pot.
cause see how big of a comeback do they want Caitlyn to have?
Are they ready for that real Instagram thirstiness? She be putting it out.
But you know what? I like Mia Yim. I'm a fan.
There you are. I'm definitely more of a Caitlyn guy than a Mia Yim guy.
But you know
But
what?
I would say Mia Yim should win because of just talent alone. But who's to say?
I'm gonna say Mia Yim.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Mia Yim. I mean, it was good to see Caitlyn return, but I just feel like
You don't think the power's gonna outpower her?
I just think it's no. No, I think Mia Yim should have this. I think she
Okay.
should have this.
Thinking with your mind or your heart?
On paper. So
So your mind heart.
So I'm going Mia Yim over Caitlyn.
Okay.
Okay, Tegan Knox versus Nicole Matthews. I'm gonna say Tegan Knox, but whoever she faces after that, I don't see her beating.
I wonder why.
So, Tegan Knox over Nicole Matthews.
Don't see her beating. I bet you know why you don't plan on seeing her beat the next person.
Shut up, Hollywood cinema.
I'm just
Um,
saying.
Yeah. Whew. Now
Tegan
this.
Knox forever.
Yes, she's a beast.
She's my favorite.
Okay. Oh goodness, this is probably the easiest one to pick. Rhea Ripley versus Casey Catanzaro.
Could have just stopped at the first name.
Dude, Rhea Ripley's gonna destroy her. It's not even gonna be funny. This
Look at
might
the bracket and see who she faces next.
after
Possibly. You can do it. You can do it silently.
so that would mean Tegan Knox. If Tegan Knox wins and Rhea Ripley wins, then it would be Tegan Knox versus Rhea Ripley.
That's all I got to say about that one.
But dude, Rhea Ripley's gonna destroy Casey Catanzaro. Dude, she's
gonna destroy a bunch of shit.
that might be the second round squash match.
Likely, actually.
So yeah, Rhea Ripley would advance.
She's going to go far.
Let's see.
Not putting that.
Io Shirai versus Xerxes. Io Shirai.
Xerxes was the worst. Was not a fan. Was not a fan. Did not like her whole deal.
And
I
then
ain't like.
oh, you're not all about the Xerxes.
No. Nope. Don't like her. Not into it.
Not into the.
Is not into her. I think she's not that. I don't know. I get it, but I'm just like, no, thank you. Please don't sign. Please do not sign her.
Well, she's gonna lose to Io Shirai. Don't worry.
Oh, she gonna get murked. It probably take a little bit longer.
Yeah, second round. I think it'll take a little bit longer. Um, and then final second round matchup is Deonna Purrazzo versus Xia Li. While I am, it is cool to see Xia Li make it to the second round. I think this is Deonna Purrazzo's time,
Yeah, you heard.
and I believe she will defeat Xia Li.
You crazy.
Oh, you don't think
I'm messing with you. You know I know what time it is, man. I know all this stuff. I know who facing who at Evolution.
you crazy. Um, but yeah, Deonna Purrazzo, I'm picking her over Xia Li. So, just to recap, I'm picking Mercedes Martinez to advance, Lacey Lane, Tony Storm, Mia Yim, Tegan Knox, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Deonna Purrazzo.
That's crazy.
Those who I feel are going to advance to the quarterfinals. All right. Anything else you want to add to the Mae Young Classic? We're done? Okay. Okay, let's... You know what? Let's go into the mixed match challenge right quick. I was trying to find trying to find the recap for mixed match challenge. I know Asuka we had Asuka and the Miz take on the Fabulous Truth, which
They'll come
dude,
up later.
what's that?
They'll come up again later.
I just felt like that was really something. Just
That it was.
they I guess Carmella and Asuka are cool. The three of them were dancing and in the middle of the match, and Asuka
Yeah,
was getting
cute,
into it.
cute.
But
Y'all.
but yeah, I just thought it was really silly. I mean, it's supposed to be silly. And then
It's, I'm not watching that stuff. So.
yeah. But I mean, it was entertaining. But Miz and Asuka continue their winning ways. And they were able to get the victory, get 1 point over Fabulous Truth. And then the other match we had who do we have? We had Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal, and they went up against Bobby Lashley and Mickey James. So Sasha Banks
Is injured.
is injured. Enter Mickey James. And of course accompanied by the man of the hour, Leo Rush. Not surprised at the outcome. But interesting pairing. Bobby Lashley and Mickey James. Very interesting.
Very weird one.
Yeah. And still Leo
Match
Rush
is all
and
about.
Leo Rush in the mix of this is still strange.
Well, he is tied with him. It'd be weird if he wasn't at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. It's fair enough. But poor Alicia Fox.
She's got nothing. I don't know how she's still looking
Yeah, but I mean, she was a former Divas champ.
there. A long time.
What was that? I can barely hear you.
A very long time ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that much is true. Um, that's pretty much all I have for the mixed match challenge. You got anything you want to add?
Oh no, it was. I don't. I'm good.
Hollywood Cinema's like, screw that. Okay,
That challenge is trash.
so Raw, which it was
Yeah,
said
trash.
that the ratings dropped like crazy for
They,
Raw.
they still won't listen to people not wanting to watch it.
Like, oh my goodness, like
They don't care.
it's actually getting really really bad.
A lot of it's getting bad, but it doesn't matter to them though because they're still going to make money just from advertising, so they don't really care. They're making money off of the Saudi stuff. They are good.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't even matter what they do now. They don't have to listen to fans. Doesn't matter.
it's ridiculous.
Yep, that's why we're getting the stuff we're getting now. That's why we're getting the product we're getting. They no longer have to cater to actual their consumers. To be honest with you, I get it. Must be nice.
So let's burn through this. So there's talk about Dean Ambrose should turn on the Shield. Drew McIntyre should join the Shield. Ill, ill, and ill.
Yeah, ew.
Uh, Finn Balor beat Jinder Mahal. Not surprised. Riot Squad defeated the Bella Twins and Natalia. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, that's not even a gloss over Brie Bella, Brie mode
Brie mode was Brie failure.
again for how many weeks in a row now?
Oh man.
She's gonna hurt somebody, like even more so. Like she's gonna do some damage.
So the big buzz, for those of y'all that didn't know, was during this match, Brie Bella in her Brie mode was doing the Daniel Bryan yes kicks onto Liv Morgan, member of the Riot Squad.
Kicked her dead in her face.
Ended up kicking her in the face not just once but twice, to the point where Liv Morgan slumps over,
Concussion.
out cold. It was so bad, Brie had to fake like Liv Morgan was kicking out of the pinfall attempt by
Oh
bringing
yeah,
her.
she knocked her out.
Yeah. And it was to the point where I believe it was said that the ref had to keep Liv out of the ring and off camera.
Well, then that didn't work though because she came back in for another spot.
Yes.
She continued to do the match, and then like Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan had to physically hold her back from getting back in the match.
Exactly.
They were not happy, and also Ruby Riott got cold cocked in the face because Brie did the wrong move at the wrong time. Cold cocked her right in her face.
Yeah,
You
and
can see Ruby Riott's face looks very pissed.
apparently she got a lot of backstage heat.
Glares.
I think
Apparently
from Ruby
not
Riott.
though. Like, well, it's only because she got the most. She got glares from the Riot Squad because they're actually all friends. But other than that, apparently she was fine. Like she's Brie Bella, dog. Ain't gonna do nothing to her.
Well, I mean,
Like not really. Like she shouldn't be in the ring anyway. She shouldn't have been put back in the ring for sure. But they're not gonna do anything to her. Her husband, her sister.
well,
Ain't
those two
happening.
were never really excellent wrestlers in the first
They
place.
never were
and,
either.
You know, and
But
they still,
she's
they
not.
still
She hasn't been
aren't.
this sloppy. She is super sloppy. Nikki's better than her, but that's not saying a whole bunch. But Nikki can do stuff.
Yeah.
She's just scary with it because she's not as talented as or physically. Like so, something about it. Like she's a little rough around the edges still.
Yeah.
Still a little rough around the edges for sure.
But I was just like, when I saw that match, I was just like, "Ooh, goodness gracious, Brie!"
Yeah,
Like,
I wouldn't have watched any of Raw if it weren't for the concussion heard around the world.
cause like I was looking at it and I was like, "Oh shoot, is she knocked out? She's knocked out. She's got to be knocked out. She's slumped over. She literally slumped over." I was
Yeah,
like,
and
she's got to be knocked out."
And that's not the first time. Well, a week before that, I was freaked out by her doing suicide dives and dang near killing her. Which I love the fact that they stopped calling them suicide dives now.
Oh, they call them planchas.
Yeah, they call them planches now because no more suicide dives.
Yeah.
But yeah, they and now everybody does them. But yeah, I did laugh. I was like, oh man. But then she also, I thought she hurt Zelina Vega too because when she kneed her in the face, um,
Oh,
I thought,
the Bree mode knee.
yeah, I was like, oh, did you just mess? Like, I thought Zelina was out. In all honesty, like when that happened on SmackDown, I was like, yeah, she done. But then she ended up, no, she didn't do anything else in that match. She was kind of out of it after that. But then I think she was there next week. But yeah, I thought she hurt her. She hurt somebody then because of the sloppiness and the unsafe nature of her. She's sketchy, man. I wouldn't put her back in the ring for shit. I wouldn't book her at all. You just can't. But I know the only reason she is because of her sister, really,
Yeah, and Daniel
and
Bryan.
her husband. Yeah, it's literally because of the reason why she won't get in trouble and why she'll face no consequences is because of the reason why she's there back on TV now.
Yeah,
She was fine. She was fine just hanging out with her daughter. And then it was like, well, WWE's getting a lot of money right now.
and of
Let's come get
course,
this money.
if the rumor is true that there is going to be a women's tag team division, I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
kind of have to have the Breeze, or not the
Yep,
Breeze, the
the
Bellas.
Bellas. Hey,
So
man, I'm telling you, man, this Saudi money is just helping out a gang of folks, getting people on TV, even if it don't freaking make any damn sense.
yeah, yeah, you definitely make a very good
Shawn Michaels
point.
should not be getting ready to come back for a match just because of the Saudi money. But that's 100% what's about to happen.
That
And it's
Saudi
kind of
money
disgusting,
is
and it
legit.
kind of freaks me out a little bit, but it's just like, oh, man. I mean, it's WWE, man. Why would they give a shit about selling their soul?
Yeah,
Shit, first time. I
with
mean,
Vince behind the
it's just,
helmet, you know he's all about that money.
yeah, he don't give a shit. He don't give a shit no more. He just wants money so he can do XFL. That's all he gives a shit about right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was good to see, I guess, part of the Ascension win a match. Connor defeated Chad Gable. I mean, what was the last time we saw anybody in the Ascension win a match?
I actually, somebody actually said, I feel it had been like a year. No, had it been it had been like at least a year since they've won on TV.
You mean when they actually debuted on the main roster?
They've been on there for a while. Yeah, that might be the last time they got a couple. They won a couple jobbing matches up until they got hurt. They got beat up on that one of those anniversary shows,
Cause
like the Revival did.
cause that's crazy. They were the longest reigning NXT tag
They
team
got beat up,
champs.
but did they get beat up by the APA?
Yes,
Yeah, they got beat up by the
yes,
APA, and that was the end.
yes.
That was the end.
Cause I mean, cause who did they lose the NXT tag team champions to? It was the Lucha Dragons, right?
Yes, which is
Yeah,
insane. But yeah.
but but yeah, man, like I just
Like this other day, he was laying on the phone.
just this. Oh man, just and then of course Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler got the victory over the Revival. Yeah, Revival can't catch a break. They just can't catch a break. They'd be better
Nope.
off on SmackDown
They're better off on Impact.
or to Impact, ROH, in New
Yeah,
Japan Pro
they'd
Wrestling.
be,
You
they'd
name it.
be, they'd be better off anywhere but WWE at this point. Like, to be honest with
Because
you.
they're the only two-time NXT Tag Team Champions in history, right?
Other than DIY,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's right,
no,
DIY.
yeah, yeah, it's them and DIY, and that's it. Well, I remember. Can't remember anybody else.
Um, but yeah, let's see. Bobby Lashley beat Elias via disqualification. Don't care.
Stupid.
Got to see more.
Oh, I will say this though, it makes 205 Live people like they are subpar to main roster people.
It's a fair analysis.
Should
Um,
have
we got to see more of Nia Jax. Yay, Nia
been.
Jax. She beat Alicia Fox.
Yep, they're getting ready for a tag team with her and Ember Moon because they got nothing else for them. Because Ronda's there, and she gets all the shot, and we got the Bellas. Shit, they get all the
When is she
shine.
gonna get her title shot?
Remember when she gets a tag team title shot?
No, when's she gonna get her singles?
Oh, that's not happening on Raw today.
Come on, Hollywood Cinema. When's she gonna get her
It's not gonna
singles?
happen. It's not going to. I guarantee you. It's over for Ember. Ember's never gonna
The
get a
the
title
the
shot.
the, the singles title shot that she earned.
She did earn her. She earned her singles title shot, but Nia Jax is no longer champion, and that was a champion that was basically like, "Oh, here's your shot," and she never actually cashed in on it. So it's never gonna happen. I'll tell you right now. It's one of those things that's lost to history. That will never ever happen. Like Sandow doing anything ever again. Oh, Sandow.
And then the partners of Baron Corbin's choosing for that main event match with the Shield ended up being the authors of Pain. Which nowadays they
So,
don't even say authors of Pain anymore. They say AOP.
yep. Just like the Acolytes became APA, man.
Yep.
They always change. They always shorten your name because they're going to be screaming it ad nauseum while spouting out other bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, Shield got the victory. Dean Ambrose feigned like he was gonna turn on the Shield, but then hopped back in the ring and posed with the Shield.
I mean, can he explain his whereabouts in the Wyatt's match from 3 years ago? Can he explain his whereabouts? He already turned on the Shield. They just don't haven't noticed yet because they're stupid.
It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. I mean, it makes sense for Dean to be the one that turns on them. You know.
He has to. He though would doesn't have anything,
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have a title.
and he used to have it all.
You know, because he was the longest reigning United States champion.
He was.
But yeah. Okay. That's it for Raw.
Yeah, Raw's trash. We spent way too much time on Raw's trash.
SmackDown.
Much better, but apparently nobody's going to it.
Um,
Or SmackDown.
the
Those
thing,
those live pictures are horrible.
yeah.
It,
Apparently, it was said that there was a good bit of empty seats in the. I forgot the name of the venue. They were
no, I forgot. Yeah, but yeah, I should have liked some
oh,
impact
Pepsi Center.
paper.
Pepsi Center.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah, apparently there was a big, like a good section of empty seats for this,
Man, if I
and
was in Denver, I totally would have went.
apparently lately it seems like there's been a lot more promos on SmackDown than wrestling matches, but
Yep. Might be another reason why people ain't going.
yeah. So
What's going on?
the apparently what got a lot of good buzz was the Truth TV segment with Daniel Bryan being interviewed by R-Truth and Carmella. So this is kind of a really weird way of shifting Carmella's position.
Oh yeah,
You know, and I guess she's a face now.
she is. She changed her hair color. She's a face.
Just that was
How
such
this
a
works.
very weird way of fizzling her out after losing the title.
They had nothing for her. Like after she lost to Charlotte, she was no longer focusing. You know how we do
True.
with female wrestlers. We cannot focus on but maybe 3 at a time. Well, 4 at a time. And right now they're doing overload with these women, these female tag teams. So yeah, somebody got to get lost in the shuffle, and she got lost.
Yeah, but I mean, apparently R-Truth and Carmella are a good comedy act, so it could work. It could work. Let's see. The Miz had a match with R-Truth, beat R-Truth. Sheamus got the victory over Big E, so the Bar
Sure.
dominating, leading up to Super Showdown. And of course we know that Kofi Kingston is now past the record for being a tag team champion for the longest combined reign at
That's right.
954 days. After he surpassed, who did he surpass? Who did he surpass?
I have no idea.
Dang, I totally forgot.
A lot of damn days.
So they were going over his tag team title runs where he was partnered with. I totally forgot that he was tag champs with CM Punk. I totally
Hmm.
forgot that.
And I like CM Punk at least gave him a little response on his on Twitter. Even though
Oh,
it's kind
Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn.
of, oh
That's who
yeah,
he, that's who he passed. Billy Gunn. So he was tag partners with CM Punk, Evan Bourne when they were Air Boom, um, R Truth, and the New Day.
yeah.
So, wow, a lot of tag team success there with Kofi Kingston. But yeah, the bar is looking strong, going into Super Showdown. Cesaro and Sheamus both got singles match wins. So
Oh,
moving on.
we just gonna go over Todd Dillinger getting the dog piss beat out of him by Randy Orton just
Okay,
because the 10 stuff pisses him off. But he's gonna have fun in October. That dick.
yeah, I mean, poor Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, they're gonna put him like start to position him maybe because none of it made any sense that they're doing nothing with him other
Yeah,
than to get his ass kicked because then he gets Kinshasa against the friggin' panel. I'm like, well, who the hell's gonna face Shinsuke? Nobody's gonna face Shinsuke. Shinsuke like there's nobody positioned
well, I mean, with Randy Orton pretty much
other
doing
than
the biggest
Rusev. He's
biggest
busy.
bulk of his dirty work, and
Yeah,
after Rusev, had a shot. I mean, who else is there really to
there
position?
is nobody. Rusev's busy with Aiden English feuding. Yeah, there's literally no one other than Daniel Bryan, and he's busy. They have
Yeah,
nobody.
dude, they're gonna have to figure something out, or else
They
he's
gotta
gonna be
push them. They
holding
gotta push some people.
a dead weight title for a while.
He will. But that way you give him a long title run, and then I mean, because they're gonna build some money up because he's got literally nothing going on.
I mean, unless they want to somehow swerve and put Randy Orton into the mix, but
That'd be so stupid.
I don't think that's going to happen. If it does happen, it'd be the dumbest thing ever because it would make no sense.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Other than I mean, unless Ray comes in and fights for it, there's really nobody else that can come in.
The only other thing
I don't
that
have
could
it.
could potentially happen is maybe reinsert once he heals up Jeff Hardy back into the picture, which honestly,
It'll probably be a while.
yeah, I still think he needs to retire. I think he needs to just be done and just yeah. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be a while before they figured out who really is the next challenger to pose a threat to Shinsuke Nakamura in the U.S. title.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe Ty Dillinger. Maybe they'll build him up to somehow get a very, very lucky non-title victory over Shinsuke that would give him a title shot.
Come on, perfect 10.
Yeah. So
He's
now,
going to face me this week. He has to after this. The
yeah.
ass whooping.
So now we have Aiden English making accusations about Miss Lana is the best, Lana number one.
Yeah, that's a weird way to go with it. But okay. I'm interested to see where this goes, but it was kind of a weird thing to do.
I really don't think it's going to change anything. I think Rusev is going to stay the face, with
Well,
Lana.
the only way you could change anything is if you have Lana go with Aiden, and that's not going to happen.
No, 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 no. I really
But in
don't
the
see
old
that
days,
happening.
that's how that would play out. Would be you then position her to turn on him as well.
Nah, they got so much.
But it's not happening.
Because they did that once before with Dolph Ziggler, and I
And
just
that's when they ruined it that way. If they had not done the Dolph Ziggler thing, it'd be the perfect way to do it.
yeah. And
Nope.
with those two being an actual real life couple and them doing the mixed match challenge, it would just ruin so much.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just one of those things where, or it could be
Killing
one,
time.
or it could be like a temporary swerve to get Lana, sort of temporarily against Rusev, only for the perfect opportunity to strike and for her to get back at Aiden English, which can happen and has
Yep.
happened. So I mean, there's that. But I don't know, the way this was done just draws like question marks above my head. But I guess it is what it is. Hey, Sailor Moon.
Yep.
Um, so Asuka and Naomi's promo, which I thank you for clarifying what she meant by bundles. I didn't. I
That's
didn't.
it.
I didn't even think about it. But
Okay. Telemarketer.
yeah, Asuka talking about Naomi's beautiful hair, nice
Or bundles. I
bundles.
can't believe you didn't understand the bundles was talking about weave. Jason, Jason,
I thought she
Jason.
would have just said weave. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of makes sense because Asuka does own a hair salon called Outer Heaven in Japan in Yokohama. So I mean, Asuka knows something about hair. She knows she can get down with hair. That didn't sound right, but yeah, it's really being portrayed that Asuka's Naomi's BFF. She has her back, and she's actually portraying that to the fullest. So I mean, there's that aspect of it. My thing is, which they had a match with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, which I really dig their finisher. That it was kind of like a double buzzsaw kick, like double team, and I like how they're kind of dressing in sync and moving to the ring in sync. My only thing is like, what other women tag teams do you really have to be a threat to them on SmackDown? Because the Iconics ain't doing jack.
Well,
And
no, it would just if you do like a female division, you'll just do it so that
they what? Hello?
hmm
You
Hello?
you didn't finish your sentence.
Oh, my bad. I got distracted. I was playing video games. But no, it was just the what you call it title is going to be like over like all the apparently over all the shows. So it won't
Oh
even matter.
yes. Funny that you mentioned that. So apparently the idea of women's tag team championships is that they are to be held across every brand. I believe Raw, SmackDown, and even NXT,
hmm
which would be very interesting because that would really open the door to a variety. Because when you think about it, that you could see potentially Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai.
hmm
That'd be a great way to pull the trigger on that. Hopefully, she gets healed in time for that. Um, but yeah, it gives some variety. It gives some variety. So I mean, I like the idea. It's just the Asuka Naomi pairing at first just didn't really make sense to me. I don't know. What do you think? Honestly, give me your honest opinion.
I got no problem. Most tag teams don't make a lot of sense on paper. They're just kind of whatever. You
Hmm.
know, just pairings because you got nothing else for these people.
Yeah, but at least they're doing promos and they're connecting. So I mean, there's that. Becky Lynch continued her dominating ways.
Oops. Yes.
She not only defeated Lana, but she went full on savage once again on Charlotte during a photo shoot.
They're trying to get her booed so much, and it's not working.
Yeah, they're
They are
desperate.
trying so hard. They do not want Charlotte to get booed because they don't want her to be positioned that way. But it's gone. They can't get that back.
Dude,
Charlotte gets booed now.
they are so desperate to get Becky Lynch booed. It's not gonna happen. It doesn't matter
Nope.
what they try to do. I mean, this was a nice try, but no,
Yeah.
dude.
Keep trying to keep having her attack her from nowhere, and the crowd still cheers for it like it's over.
Because right
Although
now,
they did the same thing with Braun too, though.
true, but they're putting her in this desperation mode of it doesn't matter what Charlotte does, no matter where she goes, she's gonna get destroyed by Becky Lynch, and it's a desperate plea to get the crowd on Charlotte's side, and it's just not gonna happen. As many times, especially with someone like Becky Lynch that's been multiply screwed so many times,
Mm-hmm.
it's just not gonna happen.
Nobody
Because
cared.
this isn't the only time that she's been screwed out of opportunities. Like,
Nope.
so they need to just let it die. You know, Becky
Yeah.
Lynch is here to stay. Becky Lynch is over with the crowd, has been, and still will continue to be.
They love her because she's whooping ass.
Yeah, this was the
So they love her
opportunity
even more.
that so many people were waiting on. Because, I mean, she is great in the ring. She's a great wrestler, and, you know, she's got the charisma. And then finally, Samoa Joe invaded the house of the Phenomenal One.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's gotten personal. Well, not like it wasn't personal in the first place, but this is good. This is good build up to Super Showdown. This is really good build up. And Samoa Joe does excellent promos. That dude is like a beast of a heel. Like, honestly, they might as well keep him a heel for the rest of his WWE career. I'd be okay
Oh,
with that.
he can't really. He can only be a good guy if something crazy happens.
Because, I mean, I don't really think he was that great of a good guy back at Impact Wrestling, to be honest with you.
Only in the fact they're like a badass good guy. That just
Yeah.
beat up other bad guys. So that was about the extent of his good guyness.
Right. Yeah, I guess. But he's just better as a heel. He's just a lot better as a heel. That's all I have for SmackDown. You want to add to that?
No.
SmackDown took a hit in ratings, but not as bad as Raw.
Because Raw's way more trash.
Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and hit up 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
Leo Rush continued his winning ways, getting a big victory over the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. The Brian Kendrick had a squash match,
That was real quick.
which honestly, they're still keeping the whole Drew Gulak evading and causing havoc. Now, after losing twice, 2 championship matches, losing twice, and it's like they need to go ahead and just next man up because this is getting kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
Because I mean, all that's gonna happen now is positioning for Leo Rush to get the potentially the next title shot and potentially dethrone Cedric Alexander. Because I don't see him losing against Buddy Murphy. And a Hideo Itami and Mustafa Ali ended in a double countout, which, oh my goodness, that was an intense match, and that was scary. Him hitting a 450 splash on the apron. Dude,
oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
that was sick. Like, I'm just, whew. Dude, I can't even imagine what that would look like if he had missed.
Yeah, it would have been real bad if he had missed.
Like, I can't even imagine what they would have to work out to spot that. Hey, I got this idea. I'm gonna hit you with a 450 splash, but you're gonna be positioned on the ring apron.
Yeah, sure, do it.
Like,
Sounds great.
oh my goodness. Like it already makes me cringe seeing people powerbomb folks on the ring apron. Like that in itself just, oh my goodness, that scares me. But but yeah, that was 205 Live. TJP cut a pretty cool promo about masks, and it looks like he set himself up to feud with the Lucha House Party.
Yeah, he did.
He's a brave one. He's a brave one, taking on the Lucha House Party by himself.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
Well, I guess he's mask collecting now.
Mask collecting.
But if anything, he's definitely used to wearing a mask. I mean, he was Suicide, aka Havoc, or not Havoc, Manic,
Manic.
which which I met him during his last stint in Impact Wrestling at Bound for Glory. He hung out with the fans after the show, taking pictures and selfies and stuff like that. I gave him a fist bump, said, "What's up?"
Nice.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Really, really great with the fans. Really great with the fans. Let's see. So, done with 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
NXT.
Next.
So, this episode was a little bit on little bit downhill compared to most NXT episodes, but I think with this was just loaded with promos and stuff like that, and just, the matches could have been better, but overall, I mean, it is what it is. Just not my favorite NXT episode, but so in 3 weeks, the Undisputed Era will defend the titles against War Raiders. In your opinion, do you think it would be too early for War Raiders to capture the titles?
It would be far too early.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of have to at this point, unless Undisputed Era cheats.
Yeah, but right now that seems to be the only tag team that's in the running, because right now Street Profits are too busy dealing with the Mighty.
And losing.
Yeah, and the only other heel stable you have is the Forgotten Sons. So, and they're not going to do heel versus heel stables.
Nope.
So, yeah. And I guess Tyler Bate, Trent Seven won't ever have another title shot.
Not as long as Undisputed Era's champ, no.
Yeah. Let's see. EC3 stepping up, taking on Lars Sullivan after his match with Victor Orchant.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like we got a little feud here. I think
Mini feud.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good.
Don't expect it to be too long.
No, I don't think it'll be too long, but it'll keep the folks busy.
Yeah.
And we had a little backstage promo involving Keith Lee and Kona Reeves. To be honest, I just don't know what they're going to do with Kona Reeves anymore. He's been on a losing streak, and
he ain't gonna beat Keith Lee. Tell you that. I can spoil that for you.
No, I don't think he's gonna beat
I already
Keith
know.
Lee.
They're gonna have a match. I can tell you right now, he's not. I already know he's not winning that.
Nah. Keith Lee is on the up and coming right now, and I just don't see Kona Reeves besting Keith Lee in all of his glory.
Definitely not.
The Mighty beat the Street Profits. Street Profits didn't do any dancing, any showboating. They were strictly business, but but still lost. Um, Kairi Sane beat Vanessa Bourne. Got challenged by Shayna Baszler, invoking her rematch clause. Kairi Sane accepts and names the time and the place. The stage is WWE Evolution. Now, here's the thing with this. First of all, yay. Another, the belt's being defended on Evolution, so that's a yay. Be honest with me, bro. Do you honestly see Kairi Sane winning for the
Yeah, she's gonna win.
for the third
She's not.
time?
She's not losing that.
Yeah, I agree. At first, I was thinking originally what I think would have been presentable is if the first title shot Shayna Baszler won, then the rematch at Evolution, and then Kairi Sane won.
Yeah, they let it sit a little too long.
True, true, but I would have been okay with that. I would have been okay with that. Um, my thing is, I really feel like Shayna Baszler loses at Evolution. I feel like that'll be what pushes her to main roster.
Oh yeah, if she loses again, she's got it. She's got to go to the main roster.
Now, if she were to go to the main roster, where do you think she would fit in?
I mean, she kind of needs to go to Raw or SmackDown, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Honestly, it's
I
hard
can't guess anymore.
because Ronda Rousey's on Raw and she's the champ, and they're friends. I guess I could really only see her going to SmackDown.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, to guess what they're going to do with these people at this point, with the way this writing is going, it's just set yourself up to be disappointed.
True, but I could see her wreaking havoc on SmackDown. On Raw, probably not so. Well, is
Now
there
Ronda is the top.
is there
Yeah.
any ETA on when Sasha and Alexa supposed to return?
No. Because they're not going to be ready for Survivor Series in November, so the Horsewomen's match ain't happening then. So.
So these are major injuries, not minor low recovery time
Oh no, they just mean
injuries.
they're not. I mean, they're just not ready to wrestle on that kind of stage yet. The other two just aren't. They're not ready.
So they're not going to be on
And also
Evolution?
Sasha's out. Yeah, Sasha's out for a while. So I don't. I mean, it's not. They're not coming back next month.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're out
Yeah.
for Evolution.
Yo.
Oh,
Yeah. Everybody who's been replaced in the Mae Young Classic is because they cannot go.
yeah. Yeah. And then again, they would be putting ladies in from NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT UK. And I'm sure, like you said, some Mae Young Classic participants as well, because they said over 50 women.
Yeah.
So,
Gonna be a battle royale for sure.
but this Kairi Sane Shayna Baszler rivalry has been good for the most part, and I guess it's safe to say it will come to conclusion at Evolution. The only problem I have with this is, dang, it's gonna take, you know, that long for Kairi Sane to have her first title defense.
Yeah.
That's
And she's not gonna. She's not set up for the tapings that are go up until the mid, almost the week before third week of October. She doesn't have another match, so Shayna's
because
got one.
then after that, then they gotta prep for War Games. And the thing is, I mean, Bianca Belair, she's feuding with Nikki Cross.
Well, that's gonna get a little changed next week, so just be prepared for that.
Okay.
So
And
don't expect that to be like a ongoing thing.
it looks like Lacey Evans and Aaliyah are going to be feuding with Dakota Kai in some shape or form, and Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah,
And like, because I mean, what other dominating heel female on NXT is there?
there isn't any.
So it's like they got to start opening up the door for potential candidates to be number one contenders post Shayna Baszler.
You would think.
Because I mean, while I'm happy that the Pirate Princess is champion, it's like, dang, she doesn't get her first title defense until Evolution. That's near the end of the month.
Yeah, she's about to have a real chill title reign for a while.
I mean, it's good that every other week she was getting matches, but it's like, dang, like, uh, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tommaso Ciampa beat Otis Dozovic of Heavy Machinery, which I mean,
No.
Otis, he gave it his best shot.
Yeah, Ciampa was gonna win that.
Right.
Ciampa.
Oh yeah, it looks like we're gonna be seeing a Lacey Evans, Candice LeRae. I totally forgot about Candice LeRae.
Yep.
Yeah, that's stirring up the pot as we speak. So that ought to be good. I totally forgot about Candice LeRae. I should be ashamed of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they still haven't figured out the culprit, but apparently Nikki Cross has kind of inserted her way into. I know. It's weird.
Yes, we'll find out more next week.
And I'm sure, probably see more. Which I did not know that Rachel Evers was dating Cassius Ohno.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
But they announced that during the last one when he was there.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. But anyway, that's all I got for NXT. You got anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. And finally, Super Showdown. Got to make our picks. All right. October 6th, Saturday, October 6th, 6 p.m. Or actually, wait. 6 p.m.? I thought it was, when to watch. It'll be on as early as 5 in the morning.
Yeah, it's usually pretty early.
Yeah. I mean, it is in Melbourne, Australia. Okay. So I guess you can watch it live at 5 in the morning, and then the replay, I guess, on 6 p.m. That's manageable. But anyway, let's start. So we got the Cruiserweight Championship match, Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy in his hometown. I think that we will have a great match, but Cedric Alexander will retain.
I picked the same.
Cool.
You better win.
All right. Next up, we got a women's tag team match. Asuka and Naomi versus the Iconics. Also, the Iconics are Australian as well. Do you see the Iconics getting a victory in their home well, one of them hometown?
Well, I mean, I would have if it weren't for me thinking that Cedric's gonna go over Buddy Murphy. There's not like a good guy from Australia, so yeah. Oh, they could sneak a win.
They may cheat to win,
Oh, yeah, definitely sneak the hell out of it.
but I'm going to go with Asuka and Naomi. I just feel like they're too strong of a team. But if the Iconics do win, they will most likely cheat to win.
Oh, definitely.
And out of the whole card, it would be, I guess, reasonable to see either Buddy Murphy or the Iconics pick up a victory. But you never know. They've done crazy, crazy stuff. You never know. All right. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The New Day takes on the Bar. I feel like because the Bar has had momentum, is my reasoning that the New Day will win. I just royally feel like the New Day will get back on the winning track and defeat the Bar.
Oh yeah, I expect they don't beat the Bar for sure. They can make it to the 1,000th episode of SmackDown as champion.
Yeah. And then once again, for the third time, we have Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
I would say the Miz usually, but it's a little bit different this time.
I don't know. I think Daniel Bryan will get the victory this time. I think he's long due for at least getting one up in this war between those two. So I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan will get this victory.
He'll be really better.
And then okay, this matchup is already a bummer for me. So we have a tag team match of Kevin Owens and Elias versus Bobby Lashley and John Cena. I mean, what do you think?
Mm, I don't know. I ain't really thought about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's a lame matchup.
Oh yeah.
But I guess with John Cena in the mix, they're probably going to have Bobby Lashley and John Cena win. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Um, SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch defends the title in the rematch against Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch will definitely retain. I definitely feel she will retain because she has been dominating over Charlotte, and it only just seems right to keep that fire going.
Always.
You agree, Becky Lynch?
Oh, Becky Lynch should win. She better not lose. Stupid Charlotte. I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Um. Then we got Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins versus the Riot Squad. You know, I'm gonna use that as my upset pick. Some way, somehow, the Riot Squad will edge
I would
out a
hope so.
victory.
I would hope so.
Because it's not like Ronda Rousey needs the victory. But I just feel like it'd be a nice revenge thing for the Riot Squad. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna.
yeah. Who's gonna replace Liv? They only got 2 members at the moment. Liv's not cleared yet.
Liv is not cleared.
Oh, she had a concussion. She's going through the protocol.
Uh, hmm.
So
Uh,
unless, because I believe they make you sit out at least one event or one show. It's some kind of weird thing rule, like kind of like football, where you got to sit out. Like until you pass the test with flying colors, you're not getting back in that ring.
I can't think of who.
There's nobody else really.
Unless they, well, Possibly Alexa Bliss. Oh, wait, no, she's hurt. Dang.
And she had a match against Trish Stratus.
Yeah, she's got
And
a
Mickey has one against Lita still.
crap.
Yep.
Dang. I don't
Ain't
know.
nobody.
I don't know how they're gonna fix that. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna fix that. But some way, somehow, Riot Squad. I'm just whatever. And then we have Samoa Joe gets his title shot rematch.
Oh, Samoa Joe could only win this, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna let him. They're gonna let AJ stay champion, and then Joe's gonna cost him the championship, and let what's his face, the Miz, if he wins, let the Miz win so that he can face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
So you believe AJ will retain?
Yep.
Um.
On some bullshit, like they like to do.
Well, the whole point of this was for there to be a clear winner.
Yeah, you know how that shit go though.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. AJ Styles retains, but at some point Samoa Joe will be champion.
He better be, man. I'd be so mad.
If WWE hasn't lost all of its brain cells.
All right, let's blame brain cells a long time ago.
Then we have the co-main event is the Shield versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. Why is that the co-main event?
It's lame as hell, man. I don't even want to see that shit on Raw. I definitely don't want to see that shit on some special house show.
Why isn't AJ Styles Samoa Joe the wow? That's really freaking stupid.
Because Roman's gonna be positioned always near the top.
That's so dumb. That's really so dumb. Yeah. I guess I don't know. Maybe Dean Ambrose turns heel,
Oh, I don't think it's gonna happen at Super Showdown.
but I don't know. I really don't care about that match. So I'm gonna stay neutral on that. What about you?
Hmm?
You gonna stay neutral as well?
Yeah, I care so little about the outcome of that match. I have no opinion. I'm assuming Roman's gonna win
Yeah.
because he always wins.
And then the main event, The Undertaker with Kane versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels.
Hunter is gonna win.
Yeah, with this much build up and what's to soon come about afterwards, I feel like Triple H winning makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So the idea is for potentially this to transition into a future tag team match with Shawn Michaels getting back in the ring for the first time since 2010?
Yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah. Him and Triple H, DX, teaming up against the Brothers of Destruction and Undertaker and Kane.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, would bring in money. Dollar bills.
All that money.
But yeah, Triple H over the Undertaker. And that pretty much will conclude our WWE coverage. Before we go, just want to touch a little bit on New Japan Pro Wrestling and ROH. So just finished Destruction. Of course, the big highlight for me was Taichi winning the Never Open Weight Championship, dethroning Hiroki Goto. And Miho Abe was in tears. That was so cute. And Chaos literally is in chaos now because Switchblade at the end of the match between Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi, which Tanahashi did win. Um, turned on turned on you. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Turned on Okada, and not only that, Ghetto turned on Okada, hitting him in the back with the chair. So this could only mean that Switchblade Jay White is to be the new front runner of Chaos.
Oh yeah.
And I believe he also attacked Yoshihashi as well. So, yeah. That's pretty much like the main highlight of Destruction for me.
Absolutely.
And then the only thing they got coming up now is on September 30th, they got Fighting Spirit Unleashed. In which,
California.
yes, indeed. It's actually between 2 days, September 30th and October 1st. Juice Robinson will defend the IWGP United States Championship against the American Nightmare Cody. And the Young Bucks will defend the IWGP Tag Team Championships against the Gorillas of Destiny. And then we got a special tag team match with the Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi taking on Tomohiro Ishii and the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. So that's the big thing we got coming up to finish off the month of September. And then later on, King of Pro Wrestling and Power Struggle. So look forward to all that. And then with ROH, the big pay-per-view we have this weekend is Death Before Dishonor, which got a lot of good stuff. Kenny King will face Jushin Thunder Liger. That ought to be good. Sumi Sakai defends the Women of Honor World Championship against Tennille Dashwood, a.k.a. Emma. Chris Sabin gets his ROH Television Championship title shot against Punishment Martinez, who's carrying the torch for the Motor City Machine Guns. Yay! Bullet Club will face Chaos. That ought to be really good. Chaos of Okada, Best Friends, Tomohiro Ishii, and Rocky Romero against Bullet Club of Cody, the Young Bucks, Adam Page, and Marty Scurll. And Will Ospreay will get a ROH championship match against the champion Jay Lethal. So
He will. A lot of flips.
Yeah. So it's a good lineup. It's, very good lineup, and even the TV taping has a good lineup because you got Lij in the mix. You got Evil and Sonata. There's a 4-corner survival match. The NWA World Championship. Cody will defend against Willie Mack. And Coast to Coast will finally get a ROH Tag Team Championship match against whoever the winners are on the pay-per-view show. So, got a lot of good stuff going. Jushin, Thunder Liger, and Kushida versus Gresham and Lethal. Man, see, they need to bring another pay-per-view, ROH pay-per-view to North Carolina. I would really love that.
I'd go to ROH. That would be like the perfect go-to ROH show. It'd be like a million matches. You get your money's worth. They're all friggin' day because of a million.
True.
Matchup.
But that's pretty much all that I have. Just want to give a few shout outs to my two good friends, Matt and Moretta, who are actually going to be going to the October 13th WWE live event at the PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. There will also be a Monday Night Raw in Charlotte later in October, but I could care less.
Ain't no way I'm going to a live Raw show at this point. That show is trash.
Yeah, it'll be at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, but yeah,
I'm
I could
trying to
care
see
less.
Roman Reigns dark match. I don't give two shits.
But what
I
I
see
am
Kevin Owens nothing.
But what I am looking forward to is ROH Honor Reigns Supreme is coming back to Concord, North Carolina on January 13th. That's the second Sunday in January, and I'm looking very forward to that. Hopefully, front row once again. Really, really love ROH live shows. They're such a ton of fun. And hopefully, you will have the chance to go too, if possible. But anyway, that's all that we have. Anything else you have left, my friend?
No, sir.
Alrighty. Whew, dude, we have covered a lot. So, next week, look forward to, we're going to do a preview of WWE 2K19, give our thoughts and everything before, just a few days before the game comes out. And of course, we'll be doing like we did before, you know, doing the universe modes. And, yeah. So, it's exciting. It's a lot
Comes
to
out
look
next
forward to.
Friday. Yay!
Comes out next Friday for all the deluxe edition,
Yeah, deluxe.
deluxe edition and up, because there's also a Woo edition. But yeah, you'll get the game 4 days earlier. So
Yes, it's supposed to come out on the comes out on the 5th. So, yeah. We get it on Friday. Get it 4 days early.
yep,
5 days from my birthday.
I plan on picking it up on my lunch break.
Oh, I got that digital. I'm all about that, man.
Oh, so you'll be able to queue that up and play right away.
Uh-huh.
Lucky punk.
Yeah, and it's on my day off too. Ooh, everybody can leave me alone next Friday.
It's on your day off?
Friday, yeah.
Oh, you lucky punk.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody leave me alone because I'm playing. Although last Friday release did not go so well, so let's see.
Oh, are you gonna create a wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
We gotta do the story mode, man.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, my friend. Well, that will conclude for this week's episode of the Team GOWGO Wrestling. That's Geek Out with Games Out Wrestling Podcast. We are your hosts, Hollywood Cinema and Blitzball Champ. We will catch y'all next week.
Yeah, we.
Peace out, everyone.